Good day or night to you all, especially Sir Joseph. Actually, my husband just forced me to write this story, even though it's hard to believe, but it really happened to me. Before I started I just want to say that this happened a long time ago. I can only tell the story now because we have heard many stories about ghosts. I'm Arnold, by the way. This is what happened to me. I work for an appliances company. I won't say the name of the company, but unfortunately it is. My friends stopped us that day. We were all on duty that day, or when that time was sympathetic to only one person. While looking at what happened, we stopped working first. I don't think I can stop working because I have 3 children and there are 2 students, while the other is still milking. When I get home, I immediately told my husband what happened, but it's sad. He said it's okay for us to sell. They said we had something to eat, but I didn't agree because I said I'm going to see my peers. They might insert me into any job. I immediately went to my comparator. It rarely comes home because of its work, those in remote areas. I immediately went to it because I know it will leave immediately. After I went to them, I caught it talking together. 5 men. Maybe these are his work companions. Seeing it in me it immediately called me. Hey mate, Arnold News. Good thing you visited here, said Parang Mar. Pair, I would have asked you something in case you look busy, so I'll just come back later. And Par, it's okay. We are just talking about the jobs or our next projects. What do you mean? I would have asked if you guys needed anything else and maybe you can insert me. Don't you have a job? Yun as Pri, we stopped working because there was a problem. But when it is proven that we are not together, we will also return and case. It might take a while. Your ex is right. We need one now because he said the other one will not come because we will be away now. Is it okay for you if we are there in the Cavite? There is no signal there and no household. We will just fix the road there case. That place is secluded. Sure enough. Anywhere as long as there is income. If that's the case, prepare your stuff first, because tomorrow morning, we have a baby. But for now, join us here for also meet our colleagues. I was very grateful then, Sir Joseph, because somehow, I can no longer neglect my family. A few days passed. Our work is going okay. He is not that difficult because once you get used to it, you won't have any trouble. The only difficulty in our work is staying awake because our school is at night. While we work, we heard a noise. We don't know where the noise is coming from, but the ear hurts so much you thought. Dog that cries so hard. What is that? One of our colleagues asked. I don't know, man, but it seems to be close to it. The strength is right. Mar's response. Let's find it. Later something was damaged by the machines. Suddenly our operator said. We immediately follow it and looked for what sound we heard, but during our search, we didn't see any trace or whatever we heard done. It's just amazing because that sound is close to us, but we can't see it. We just continued working and we just won't care about what we heard. But I am Sir Joseph. The sound I heard could not be lost in my brain, because I just heard such a sound. It's really weird. The ear hurts a lot. The next day, my colleagues and I eat together. Suddenly opened. The incident last night was opened. Suddenly, it was discussed. What is it that we heard that seems strange? Mar asked. ONGA. I was suddenly nervous, I thought. There's a ghost that will appear in front of us. Ben said jokingly. It's bad. I'm okay with ghosts. Just don't be ghosts. Matmat said scared. This is because it's from Visayas, so what is believed? What ghost do you believe that? You are like my wife. What is being sent to me? Mayasan, holy water. They said it was still from their place, and cross necklace that he still made me wear, because he dipped in holy water. You are really from the province, oh. I said laughing. So they also laughed. We have no signal because of the toy area. The signal is really weak. That's why we can't contact our families. A few days have passed, ever since we heard that sound. We started work again. But there was a problem with our work because the rest of our colleagues are getting hot. I don't know what's going on, just what we know. Kaloy is going home from our barracks and will go home in Manila. We stopped him, but he doesn't want to give up. We said it's dangerous if he goes home alone, because our barracks are also far away where we work. We didn't do anything about that, because that child's head is really stubborn. He doesn't listen. Even we adults are stopping him. What is going on with you guys? We are here together. Why are you fighting? Mark said angrily to them. Because we are all. Mark and I are the oldest. The people with us are mostly young men, but no longer minors. He started, brother. He just fell asleep. We just told him. Maybe our boss will come and scold him. But suddenly he punched Matmat. That's why we messed up. It explains. Go ahead and work. Let's just get home to fix that. While we work, I can't stop thinking about Kaloy. That boy will be naughty later. After finishing our work, we went home together. When we arrived at our barracks, Kaloy is not there. Mark and I are restless at that time. We immediately looked at his stuff, but its uses are also gone. It is true that he will go home to Manila. Mark and I didn't do anything because there is also no signal in our barracks, so we can call it. We didn't care about Kaloy at first, because we are all awake and need to sleep, because we still have a night off. The next day we started again. We didn't know if Kaloy was home because there is no signal here. While we work, we heard a rustling sound. It's not far from us. We thought what an animal it was, so we ignored it. But later, we heard another noise, as we heard before. Super strong, much more painful than the first sound. You know you're just too close to you. While looking where the sound is coming from, because it really doesn't want to stop. When suddenly something came out of now there was a rustling. We don't know what kind of animal it is, but it looks horrible. He is like a human dog. I don't understand what it looks like. Those nails are so scary. Long. And the body is furry. We just saw this animal. That's why we're all can't seem to move where we are standing. Until Matmat just screamed. Our good colleague. That's a ghost. Hurry up. Let's run. We all became aware of its cry, and I don't know what I'm doing at that time, because even though we are very afraid, we still managed to run to our barracks. Hurry up. Nothing will stop. It's just behind, so let's run fast. It still screamed. We ran at our fastest pace. What we are passing is also on your Madam Road, because it's faster here towards our barracks, but as we run, we did not expect what we saw. Caloy, it was lying down and the body was holding. It looks horrible. No heart did this to him. Let's hurry up. He might reach us. Hurry up. Matmat shouted again. So we just ran because maybe we can handle Caloy if we don't leave this place. When we arrived at the barracks, immediately threw salt around as Matmat. We don't know where. He takes his courage as if it was well trained. Close the door carefully and the windows. We immediately followed what it said because we were so scared at that time. While we feel inside is, we heard the scary voice that comes from outside. I might kill you because of the noise you make in this place. We are more and more nervous and don't know forever, where's our life? It's like your pity. We are leaving this place and we will never come back. Matmat shouted here. It's too late because you made me angry. Brother Arnold, you don't have any resistance from your husband. Take it so that we have resistance. I immediately went to my bag and my husband just took the shipment from me. But I saw that the ghost had broken our door. I was stunned by those times and can no longer move where I sit. The ghost's appearance became more frightening because, with its terrifying eyes, I saw my colleagues with holding rods and knives. You guys thought you could do it. Just because of the ones you already hold, I will kill you too, eating what I made with you. The ghost immediately rushed, so my companions were hit. The ghost is very strong. We have no opponent against it. Matmat stood up and beat the ghost. However, nothing happened here. Matmat didn't seem hurt by what he did. The ghost immediately strangled Matmat and raised it. I saw how Matmat was difficult. It's so hard. My companions immediately took action and stabbed the ghost. But it just doesn't seem to belong to him, and still not letting go of Matmat. I immediately stood up, and the salt I brought was splashed on the ghost. It immediately released Matmat, and hurt by what I did, I immediately went next to Matmat and stood it up. We saw how to hurt the ghost with salt. But what I did was also wrong because it grew even more and the eyes burned even more. It's even scarier. It's so scary. It was screaming very loudly. The sound we hear is very painful in the ears. From the beginning, he looked up to us. The ghost immediately got me and threw me with great force. It hurts me so much to throw stones. I can't move at those times. I feel like it's the end of that day. I especially can't see it getting closer to me. It immediately choked me and the grip is really tight. Let me let you be a monster. I was struggling when I suddenly pulled my clothes. My cross necklace appeared. It's like he was so scared. It immediately let me go. I grabbed the necklace I was wearing and faced her. You are afraid, you are a monster on the cross. Stay away from us, you are a monster, if you don't want to die. Even though I was very afraid of those times, I was still able to encourage myself, for the safety of all of us. Did you think you could kill me with that cross? You are wrong. Yes, I can't kill you on this cross, but with this holy water I can kill you. I blessed him with holy water. My husband sent it. On behalf of the Father, of the child, and I just keep doing what I'm doing. It was disappearing, so I took heart. I approached him and also wore my necklace around her neck. It screamed in pain and suddenly disappeared. The cross I wore on him also fell on the floor. I sat down at that time because I know we have been saved. I am very grateful to my husband of those times, because if not for the ones he sent, we definitely don't have those times anymore. And above all, to the Lord, because he gave me courage to fight that monster. Many years ago, Sir Joseph, since that happened, but that's still my good sign. Even a few years ago, that same day Sir Joseph we went home together. We brought Calloy back and wrapped so that we can bring him home to their family. That day was very messy, but fortunately its family believed in us. And we didn't say more. Something else really happened. I didn't even go with their other rackets, because I seem to have a phobia of distant places. Fortunately, and it was proven that we are really innocent, so we were sent back to work. Everything turned out okay, Sir Joseph, and we just forgot the tragedy that happened. That's ours. That's it. I'm sorry if I don't tell the story so well. And for our avid listeners, whether this story is true or not, let's just respect our sender. Thank you very much.